Hello, my name is Stuart, and you're watching NAWA Championship Wrestling on YouTube.
May 19th, Burke County Fairgrounds in Morganton, North Carolina. I, Thomas Extreme, once again lay down the open challenge for my NAWA Light Heavyweight Championship. So be there, watch me kick some faces and get the 1, 2, 3 and remain the champion.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching this episode right now, live, Saturday, May 19th, you still have time to make it out to the Burke County Fairgrounds, 145 Boss Road in Morganton, North Carolina for NAWA Patriots Pride. Tickets are $10 for adults, kids 5 through 12, $5, and under 5 is free. Make sure you're there tonight.
Hello, NAWA fans. We're Scotty Black here on the NAWA YouTube channel. And understand, I'm standing with James Brody, and understand you have a challenge for the Golden Gladiator, but you have to go through Bunkhouse Buck before you get to the Golden Gladiator. What do you think of that, James Brody?
Like I said, they think they got one over on me. They didn't. I'm ready for everything because I'm crazy James Brody. So let me tell you, Bunkhouse Buck, I'm coming for you because I'm going through you because it's all about me these days.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wild Man James Brody is taking on Bunkhouse Buck right here tonight, May the 19th, Patriot Pride. But we're going to show you, here's the brackets of the Scotty McKeever Memorial Tournament. Scotty Black is standing by with Big Donnie. He's a participant in this tournament. He was good friends with Scotty. Here's what he's got to say.
I'm standing here with Big Dangerous Donnie. And Donnie, coming up, we have the Scotty McKeever tournament. You're going to be in it. Scotty McKeever was a friend, a wrestling brother. We lost him back on Easter. Tell us what it means to you to go be in this tournament to represent such a good guy like Scotty McKeever.
Scotty McKeever's a longtime friend. Up and down the roads with him. A lot of funny stories and a lot of memories. And my next memory about Scotty McKeever is going to be the NAWA win the Scotty McKeever Memorial Tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, here you see the graphic of the bracket as it exists now for the Scotty McKeever Memorial Tournament. The winner of this tournament will receive an open contract for any championship in NAWA competition.
It's May 19th, Burke County Fairgrounds. They say the doors open at 6. I'm going to invite you. You might as well go ahead and line up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening, because you'll want to see what's getting ready to happen. You're going to want to see the Golden Gladiator #2. You're going to want to see Boris Baronoff. And, yeah, you might even want to see the illustrious Perry James, because things are going down at the Burke County Fairgrounds May 19th.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this show on Saturday, May the 19th, that means you still have time to get out to the Burke County Fairgrounds in Morganton, North Carolina for NAWA Patriot Pride. Doors open at 6 p.m. Bell time is 7 p.m. Come out and be a part of our next ITV taping and see all the NAWA stars in person.
Be sure to follow us on social media as well there, folks. You can find NAWA on Twitter and Facebook, and also, of course, YouTube here as well. It's very important that you subscribe to our channel. That way you will be among the first to know whenever we've added new content.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we're here with a big tag team match. This has huge implications in the tag team division. Now you see Moses Arrington, one half of the Skull Empire. And again, where's Blackness Jack? We don't see him anywhere here yet. There's a little bit of friction. I think they made it up with that Barbie doll that Moses gave Blackness. And
there's Blackness. Now you speak of the devil. Very odd, though, that they would choose to come to the ring separately. Not a big shot of solidarity, we'll say, with those two men coming from different parts of the ringside area.
Well, Blackness is a little different, so maybe he
That's
forgot
true.
where the entrance was and came around to the front door.
That's very likely.
Very unique, strange individual. Doesn't say anything, just likes to stand there and get his point across by petting and touching Scotty and old CJ.
That's we'll say, a very scary individual as well there, folk. Someone who's really only conveying their point by certain mannerisms, you have to wonder what's going on in that head.
And they're about to take on the Burke County boys, Big Donnie and Wild Man James Brody, a long-time tag team here in the NAWA, and favorites here in this crowd with Lenore here at the American Legion Hall.
They are.
It's going to be a tough task to see if the Skull Empire can get their first win here in the NAWA. It's actually their first time wrestling for us. The last time we saw them, they were in the Buckhouse Stampede, except for Moses, who is advanced already in the Scotty McKeever Memorial Tournament.
Of course, this match will have definite implications on the tag team division here in NAWA competition.
And there they are, ladies and gentlemen. BCB is #1 to that man right there. They're loved by this crowd. The Burke County boys have been around this area for a long, long time. And they got Digger Brown managing them. You got to keep an eye out on him. He's also a local legend around these parts.
Digger carrying around that stogie he likes to chew on there. He is definitely an iconic individual in terms of his look and the presence that he brings to the ringside area.
Another reason this match was made, not just for the tag team titles, which is most important to these teams, but Moses actually eliminated Big Donnie by himself, which is an amazing feat of strength in the Buckhouse Battle Royal that you saw here on NAWA Championship Wrestling a few weeks ago. So there's a little tension between these teams, you know.
If you missed that match, go back into the archives here on the NAWA Championship Wrestling playlist. Check it out for yourself. Get all caught up on the history of NAWA Championship Wrestling.
Here we go, these two teams facing off. Two big men and two wild men. It's kind of a mirror image almost of each other, these teams.
This is just a striking image, you might as well go ahead and say here, folks, because of the mass that's in the ring, but also at the, we'll say, go ahead and just call it plain old lunacy that's in the ring here too, between Wild Man James Brody and Blackness Jack. I don't know that the referee here is going to be able to contain this match for very long, Michael.
I don't think so, and you see the crazy Blackness Jack chatting along with Big Donnie as he tries to get his team over with this crowd. But Blackness is kind of confused, I think.
A crazed individual here.
Not very surprised to see some sportsmanship here by the Skull Empire, you know.
Oh, there you go. That didn't last very long.
Yeah, not long at all.
As they're in here hammering away at Big Donnie, and Wild Man James Brody there is on the outside of the ring. He's in a bad way suddenly here. Blackness Jack taking the full brunt of the assault of Big Donnie here, who just tosses the man out of the ring.
The referee's already lost control of this match. I mean, we might not even get a winner here.
I don't think he ever had it, to be honest with you, Michael. But there's Big Donnie just firing away.
This is turning into a street fight.
Now, the fans here at ringside going to have to watch out for themselves here as this action is spilled out into their area. What's Big Donnie doing here? He's trying to set up Blackness Jack for maybe a combination maneuver. No, there's a reversal. Oh, my goodness.
Well, Big Donnie goes down running into that wall of Moses Ironton.
My goodness. What a collision there on the outside.
Running knee lift, and James Brody takes a spill on the concrete floor here.
Just a violent smack. You could hear it there.
I'm surprised this match hasn't been tossed out, but luckily the referee is giving some leniency in this match because he knows the importance to the tag team division that this is. James Brody looks out of it.
He's definitely out of it. He may have hit the back of his head there whenever he took that fall on the outside.
And you know, he's kind of preoccupied with Golden Gladiator #2 here lately, so his mind might not be where it needs to be for this tag team match. But
that's right.
That's favorable for the Skull Empire, so they don't care.
As you said there, Wild Man James Brody very much preoccupied these days with the possibility of becoming the new NAWA Heavyweight Champion if he is able to defeat Bunkhouse Buck first, we'll say there, and get that championship match with Golden Gladiator #2. But in the meantime, folks, we got to focus on the here and now as Big Donnie is just trying to hammer away at Moses Ironton and get back into this matchup.
This is like two big bulls just butting heads over and over and over between these two men. It's gonna, whoever wins this exchange is gonna put their team into favor to win this match.
It's turned into a slugfest for sure here as they're just throwing haymakers at each other, folks.
And again, when we've seen Moses Ironton in singles competition, he destroyed little Donnie and advanced easily into the second round of the Scotty McKeever Memorial Tournament. As you see, he makes his tag to his partner, his pet, as he likes to call him, Blackness Jack.
And that is a dangerous association, you have to say there, folks. Now Blackness Jack showing his violent side there. rolling out of the corner and charging back in. Oh, my goodness.
Big stiff spinning elbow right to the chest of Black.
Oh, Big Donnie misses with that elbow drop, though.
You know, they banned the splash. That was an elbow drop. Let's clear that up for those new owners who think that they can ban the maneuvers.
That's right.
Little Donnie working on trying to stretch Blackness Jack here, but he's having a little problem getting the maneuver sank in.
Blackness trying to fight him off here. Trying to get some leverage there in, though, is Big Donnie. You have to say he's got a certain weight advantage there, but Blackness might be able to counter him here.
Powering out of this. This is kind of impressive here.
Wow.
Looking to go for a Samoan drop here.
Getting back to somewhat of a vertical base here. Blackness Jack, oh my goodness. Wow, Michael. He was able to flop him over there with a Samoan drop.
I'm at a loss for words. You didn't see that coming, that's for sure.
He didn't have to get him 6 feet off the ground, but he definitely got him off of him there. That's a great test of strength and maybe just a show of the crazed will of Blackness Jack there. Now Moses Ireton hammering away at Big Donnie.
You don't see Big Donnie in this vulnerable of a position very often in these matches.
There's another elbow drop there. Only a 2 count, though, as Big Donnie powers his way out of that pinfall.
Moses goes trying to show some amateur wrestling skill here, and he just throw a little forearm right into the face of little Donnie.
He went from amateur wrestling to MMA there almost by throwing that forearm shiver in there. Now just toying with Big Donnie.
He's telling him, he's going to take his home. He's going to take his way of living because he's Moses Ireton of the Skull Empire and is financially set with his family.
There you see our wide angle shot there of wild man James Brody, who's over there just chomping at the bit trying to get in this matchup. But Moses Ireton has just got the man prone there.
No, Donnie has Moses in some kind of a chokehold maneuver.
Excuse me. You're right, Michael.
Moses slams him.
Wow.
Head first right into the mat, and Big Donnie's shoulder and back of his neck just bounced right off of the canvas.
Such a violent way of getting out of a predicament there.
Big stiff forearm right across the face, another one.
Just throwing those stiff shots. And like we said, folks, this is not a pretty match by any stretch of the imagination. You've just got these guys who are in there trying to wear each other out by clubbing the bejesus out of one another. Now, what's Moses Ireton going for here now? Oh, just another shot to the side of the head.
Oh, I think Donnie just hit him with a low blow, but I couldn't really tell.
Couldn't tell. The referee evidently couldn't tell either there.
Whatever he did, it dropped Moses right to his knees, and now Donnie is working a front face lock.
And muscled him over there. Is that no, not a pinning combination there. Donnie's still trying to, you can see he's trying to wrangle the man there with some type of a submission or some type of an amateur wrestling maneuver.
But Moses Ireton is back with those forearms right across the face of Donnie. I think he's trying to establish that he's more powerful and is now the dominant force here in the NAWA that Donnie has been for all these years.
That's right. Oh, there's Ireton just adding insult to injury there, clubbing away at wild man James Brody there. Referee admonishing Brody, trying to get him back in the ring. Or back on the apron of the ring, I should say.
Yeah, Moses thinks he can do whatever he wants just because of his family and his wealth.
What is Blackness Jack doing here?
Who knows? This guy, he's a strange cat, that's for sure.
Normally you would have seen someone in that situation try and go for a choke or whatnot, but Blackness seemingly content to just be the insane individual he is and hang off the ropes.
It seems like,
oh, wow. What a right hand there. A pair of them there by Big Donnie.
Nobody throws a better right hand in this business than Big Donnie.
Not with that much mass behind
Finally,
it either.
Wild Man just tagged in. The momentum has shifted into the Burke County boys' favor, and James Brody is cleaning house.
He has come in like a wild man. There's a drop kick to Blackness Jack and another one there for Moses Ireton.
James Brody has taken charge very quickly. He's fresh. He's the first time he's been into the match.
The face of this contest changed there quicker than a hiccup, folks. Now we got some division in the ring here. As
referee's losing control again. All 4 men are in the ring. He needs to get two out. 1 in and 1 out.
What's Big Donnie going for here? We're going to go for a meeting of the minds. Oh, a reversal. Oh, my goodness.
Both of the big men are down now.
Wow. What a collision there, folks, in the middle of the ring.
James Brody just choking Moses Ireton right there on the apron. Referee, I don't even know if the referee knows who's legal at this point.
The referee doesn't know what to do. Oh my goodness, Blackness Jack diving over the top rope onto Big Donnie.
What a crazy individual, a psychotic man, just to lunge his body over the top rope with no regard for his own well-being.
You pay for a front row seat here at NAWA, folks, and guess what? You are going to be in on the action. My goodness.
Back in the ring, James Brody delivers a flying elbow right to the chest of Moses Ironton. James Brody's got him now, he says.
He says he's got him now, but he doesn't understand the fact that Big Donnie is out on the outside of the ring there.
His partner is incapacitated probably for the rest of this match.
Blackness here now.
What's going
Started to
on here?
reintroduce himself to the match there, but he didn't.
Moses got James Brody up.
Oh, no. Oh, this is going to be a big move here. Holding him on there. What? Oh!
That's it.
Flattens the man. My goodness, dropping all the weight.
That type of mass coming down on that frame of James Brody, that's it for him. I think Blackness is still the legal man, if I'm still correct.
What's he going for here? Oh, there's a bit of a handspring there.
Cartwheel moonsault. He didn't get all of it, but it was enough to get the 3 count. Whoa, the Skull Empire with a huge upset win here against the Burke County boys. Oh, my goodness.
What a stunning defeat there for the Burke County boys. And you have to say a tremendous performance there by the Skull Empire. Just 2 men who came in here and ran roughshod over 2 of the most experienced individuals on the NAWA roster.
I'm getting word that our new owners, TC3 and Reverend Slim, are in the back with Scotty Black. Let's hear what they have to say.
This is Scotty Black right here on NAWA YouTube channel. I'm standing here with the Reverend Slim and the boss, the COO of NAWA.
How we doing? How we doing? Want everybody to know everything's going good at the NAWA. The wrestlers, they all love their changes. Everybody's just really excited about it. We've banned a bunch of these moves. What's that date, Reverend? Our next match there?
May the 19th. Y'all come on out and see one of the great pioneers of all sport. Mr. Bunkhouse Buck goes against the demander, James Brody.
You heard it. May 19th, James Brody's got to go through Bunkhouse Buck to get to the Golden Gladiator.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. If you are watching this program on the original broadcast date of May 19th, you still have time to get to the venue, the Burke County Fairgrounds in Morganton, North Carolina. NAWA Championship Wrestling presents Patriot Pride. Doors open at 6, bell time is at 7. Adults are $10, kids 5 to 12 or $5. Come out and join us for a hot night of NAWA competition.
I'm not sure how you feel about these new owners, those 2 guys, but they've got a lot of things going on. They're really throwing their weight around, but common sense doesn't seem to be something that they use very often. It's kind of like deodorant, the people that need it the most, they never use it, Redbeard.
And made a lot of changes here recently to the rule book in NAWA. You have to wonder what exactly the point of that is, other than trying to potentially hamstring certain of our competitors.
Ladies and gentlemen, here comes Leo Pride, formerly known as Chip Champion. When you saw him last year on NAWA Championship Wrestling, he said it was time for a change. It's time to be his true self. He's going to go out here and give it his all every match. Just like he says, it's pride or die. And he's going to pride or die here in this match. I'm getting word from the back that he is the first opponent hand-selected by Perry James for the Golden Gladiator #2's NAWA heavyweight title. Now, when we saw him in the Bunkhouse Battle Royal, he was very impressive in his performance there. Let's see if he can shock the world, so to speak, here on NAWA Championship Wrestling and take that heavyweight strap home with him tonight.
You never know. That's one of the things about these wrestling matches. If there are all these analysts and whatnot who like to say this might happen or that might happen, but you never know what's going to actually happen until the match starts and that bell rings. Leo Pride, very impressive looking young man here. He might be able to turn the tide here and defy expectations. You never know. Perry James might have shot himself in the foot here by picking this young man as a challenger for Golden Gladiator.
Well, here they come, ladies and gentlemen. You got a question, why Leo Pride? Why did Perry James pick Leo to be the first opponent? Maybe he thinks it's because he's young and inexperienced. He's just going to, the Golden Gladiator's just going to win this match easily.
That's what you have to think was going through Perry James' head whenever he brought this young man into competition here. Of course, that young man might not have realized the fact that whenever he signed on for this match, he was not going to be facing just Golden Gladiator, but also the entirety of the James gang with Perry James and also none other than the United States champion here in NAWA, Boris Baranov, as you see him running around ringside with that we'll say, wretched-looking Russian flag there, just taunting people here at ringside, folks.
When I see these guys, it makes me wish I was more middle fingers, Redbeard.
I tell you what, we only get 2. We just have to spread them around where we can.
But he's the champion.
That is the thing there. James gang, love him or hate him. Most people hate him, but you have to admit, Perry James has had his men going in the right direction because they're both wearing NAWA gold.
I just hope that the Golden Gladiator's not looking past this young kid here. He might be, he might not be. This might be a little Donnie situation where it doesn't take that long.
Could be.
Leo's been training with one of the best in all the world of professional wrestling trainers, George South. So, you know, he's going to be very competent in the ring. But will he be able to fight off the numbers game, so to speak?
Now you talk about a trainer the likes of George South. That gentleman there has spurred out the careers of people like Tessa Blanchard, Cedric Alexander, Caleb Conley. A who's who of talent that has come out of the Mid-Atlantic can be traced back to the dojo that George South has operated there for a number of years. And there you see the NAWA Heavyweight Championship, a very prestigious title here in the Mid-Atlantic.
That's what all the men here on the roster of the NAWA are striving for, is to be the heavyweight champion of this great organization. And right now, I don't know if we have a great man in charge of it or not. But hey, his work speaks well. He defeated Deion Johnson at the last time we saw him in singles competition.
We'll say that he's a very colorful man at this point in time. Last time we saw Golden Gladiator, he was wearing some pink tights. Now he's got the purple shade on there. And that Technicolor dream coat that he was wearing on the way to the ring, making him look a bit more like a fishing lure than sort of a professional wrestler, you might as well go ahead and say. But we'll see what he does here against Leo Pride. Leo trying to conduct the ringside fans here in a chant, getting them firmly behind him here.
He's going to need every bit of cheering on that he can get, because he's going to have eyes in the back of his head with Perry James and Boris standing there.
There you can see a good shot of both of those men kind of circling around the ringside area, just waiting for some kind of an opportunity. Perry James, you saw him just there, Michael, reaching in, already trying to go for the ankle of Leo Pride. He's got a side headlock there, does Pride on Golden Gladiator. Got an early advantage here as Pride gets shot off there into a shoulder tackle. Leapfrog there by Golden Gladiator.
Oh. Leo kind of landed on his feet.
Oh. Ducks under the clothesline to Golden Gladiator there. Pride showing his agility
nice
there.
Drop kick right there, delivered right to the chin of Golden Gladiator number 2.
Good looking drop kick there. Got him right in the chin there, as you said, Michael.
And this guy, and he's smart. He immediately retreated out to the floor as soon as he saw Leo gaining advantage of the match.
Retreating to the comforts, you might as well say, of the arms of one Perry James there and Boris Baranoff. Boris trying to tell the referee, give the man some room here. There are no timeouts in wrestling, though, Boris.
I think maybe Golden Gladiator bit off more than he could chew.
Oh, man.
He thought he was going to have a walk in the park here tonight.
Pride showing some strength there as he slingshots Golden Gladiator back into the ring.
He's just wrenching that arm and shoulder. Hopefully he wrenches it right out of socket.
But Pride here showing off those talents. He may be a young man, but he definitely has some experience to count up here as he is in control of this matchup early on.
Yeah, he told me he's over the name Chip Champion. He's ready to move on from that moniker and create a new path, blaze a new trail as Leo Pride. He's never going to quit. He's never going to quit fighting. And hopefully he takes what he said to heart here tonight and takes that NAWA heavyweight title home with him.
You have to admire the ambition of a young man like that who's got a good career ahead of him.
You might not get an opportunity like this again for a long time, Leo, so you better give it your all in this match.
That's right. A side headlock being worked over here by Golden Gladiator. Pride going to shoot him off, though, into a hip toss there.
Golden Gladiator's not sure what he's got himself into. Leo's really showing a lot of promise here in this match.
It's very telling, you know, when Golden Gladiator doesn't have the guidance and the wherewithal of the James gang, they're sort of interceding in his matches. This is what you see him kind of amounting to, just someone who's not able to do much in the ring there.
Without the extra hands, you wonder if he had even have won that bunkhouse battle royal if the guys didn't go over the top before he even got in the ring.
Very true. You know, you'd like to see some more movement from our new owners here in NAWA to maybe increase competition, maybe get those guys away from ringside so that we can have a fighting champion. Oh, my goodness, that's what we're talking about there, folks.
Hey,
so that we can have a fighting champion who doesn't do stuff like poke his challenger in the eyes.
Like you said, when he gets the advantage, he's very aggressive and mean. But again, he just lost Leo Pride right back to that wrist and arm lock, putting pressure right on that elbow and shoulder and the wrist.
Speaks to, the, as we said earlier, the quickness and the agility of Leo Pride, able to get out of that predicament he was quickly getting into there. Back now in control of this match as he's just wrenching away at the arm and shoulder of Golden Gladiator there. Got a great shot there at ringside. Once again, you can see all the action here on NAWA TV on YouTube. New episodes coming weekly to you folks. If you have not already, please do consider subscribing to the channel. That way you'll be the first to know whenever we add new content here.
Now Leo's taken that arm and bent it right behind the back of Golden Gladiator number 2 to put more pressure on the shoulder and elbow. Gladiator's trying to, reverses it with a drop toe hold right into a side headlock. And he's just taking, looks like he's taking Leo's head and rubbing it in the mat in a circle. Something out of, nice reversal from Leo Pride right back into that. Reversal right into a wrist lock.
You know, we were talking about George South training this young man. I think George might have got himself a bit of a joint manipulator here in terms of Pride's ability to work over this arm. He's impressing me here today, Michael.
Very impressive, and looks like he might have a legitimate chance to win this match.
Oh no!
Referee Matt Galifianakis missing that low blow from the Golden Gladiator number 2 right into Leo Pride.
Galifianakis and his glaucoma seems to be stirring up here as he missed that low blow entirely.
Now Golden Gladiator 2 has this match under. Oh, never mind.
Oh.
Kicks him right into the sternum, right onto his back. Leo Pride looks still confused and dazed from that low blow. Perry James with the slapjack throws it right into the ring.
Baranov doing his job there, distracting the referee. My goodness.
And again, Golden Gladiator number 2 gets the victory with a little bit of underhanded tactics behind the back of our referee.
What a terrible turn of events there as this competitive matchup turns into a one-sided affair very quickly.
I don't think this went the way Perry James, the hand-picked opponent scenario, went the way it was going, that they wanted it to go. And so he had to get involved. And still, the NAWA heavyweight champion, still the champions of the NAWA, Golden Gladiator and Boris Baranov.
He was going to preserve that title one way or the other. That was Perry James there. As both of those two men, as you see, are still walking out of here with the top titles in NAWA. And there's the bald-headed geek himself, Perry James, celebrating another win.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, we're hosting the Scotty McKeever Memorial Tournament. Keep watching here on NAWA Championship Wrestling every Saturday at noon. Hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel. You do not want to miss this tournament over the next few weeks. To see who wins it, the winner has its choice of a title shot for the heavyweight championship, the United States Heavyweight Championship, or the light heavyweight title. Stay tuned. Oh, what's this? Redbeard, Perry James is already in the back. He's got something he wants to get off his chest. He's got something to say.
You know what? It feels so good to be the Gold Gladiator number 2. And, of course, I mean, not only are you the heavyweight champion, but you're the one that's got the personal cell phone number of Brandy Love, aren't you? And, of course, the United States champion, the one and only Boris Baranov. Still the titles are around these men's waist. And we're partying like never before. And listen, the future is all the way bright for this right here. And it's looking awful dim for all of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us once again here for NAWA Championship Wrestling. Next week on the program, we will have a tag team title match as Chris Thunder Anderson and Black Angel will be defending against the Phoenix Brothers. And also, Thomas Extreme's Open Challenge will be answered. But who will answer it? Find out next week right here on NAWA Championship Wrestling.